Hello and welcome back to How to Build Software Without Coding. I'm Mr. Hackathon and I show you how to build software without coding. And in today's tutorial, what I'm going to do is show you how to create embeddings with using Postman. What we've done in previous videos is I showed you the vector database Pinecone and how to use that. I showed you how to create text chunks and how to chunk data for creating search similarity, for creating Q&A sites when it comes to AI. But all of that, you need to use embeddings. What are embeddings? I think this best illustrates it. So you have a data warehouse. This might be your documents on Google Drive or whatever, your documents that you want to turn into something that can be easily searched. We need to add chunking to these documents to be able to add embeddings. I've shown you how to do that. What you would use is this embedding API to be able to actually add the embeddings after the chunking. Then you would upload this to a vector database like Pinecone. I've shown you how to do that from the Pinecone console. What actually happens is you have your application. When your application sends a query such as explain to me the difference between X and Y, what also has to happen is that query has to be embedded and a numerical value has to be given to that query. Then you send that query to your vector database, and what it does, it compares the numerical value of the answer to that query to the information inside your vector database and the numerical information inside your database. I hope that makes sense for most of you. And what actually happens, it returns the results back to your application. So you can see both ways you need this OpenAI or some kind of embedding API. And I'm going to show you how to use that in Postman. What I'm doing here is using the embedding documentation for OpenAI, and it's really, really simple documentation. You can see here that you have the URL, very simple, authorization, and the data is just the input and the model. That is literally it. And this is what you get as a response. You get the embedding vectors, and you already know the information that's being embedded. If we jump over to Postman, I'll just show you what we have. In my headers, I have my API key, as you can see here. It lists that you need your API key. I have my content type application JSON. And in my body, this is the JSON that I have. When I hit send, you can immediately see that it provides me that embedding. It's that simple to create embeddings with OpenAI. What you would need to do next is when you're uploading this to your vector database, you combine the embedding with the metadata and additional information to actually upload this to your vector database. So we're going to do that in another tutorial, not this one. This one was very, very simple about how to actually create the embeddings. If we go back, you can see I have a post request, I have my URL, I have my body JSON. In my headers, I have my authorization, and I have content type application JSON. And you can automate this in Make, or you can automate this in Zapier, or you can automate this however you want to automate this. But this does need to be done before you send a query to your vector database or you upload information to your vector database. All of this comes through the central point of embeddings. If you have any questions about AI and no code, feel free to reach out to me on social media or write in the comment section below. and look out for more AI and no code content.